alone for this time, returning to the peace of my mind. Fear falls away, crack the shell of a new day.
Cairo, good morning. This is Alul Fakola Day of Idin Kaifa Temple. Thank you for joining us. Today is our Ile Juba Ifa Temple service. We will be speaking on the topic of the movement of our Father. So we'll be talking about the various aspects of Orunmila and the animal totems, many of the animal totems that are connected with our Father Orunmila. So before we begin, I want to begin with prayer. So let us get close to our Ifa shrines. Let us get close to Olodumare and pray. Mojuba Olorum, Mojuba Leda, Mojuba Olodumare, Mojuba Bobo Rumele, Mojuba Bobo Imale, Mojuba Bobo Kuntembele Solodumare, Mojuba Miss Mother Delu Students, man. Mojuba Darta, Mojuba Basement, Senior Mojuba Fidenu, Mojuba Flipper Daniel, Watkins, Mojuba Dalia, Mojuba Zion, Mojuba Nago, Mojuba Flipperon, Mojuba Flipper Watkins, Mojuba Jenny Dunn, Mojuba Katie Bradley, Mojuba Fideli, Mojuba James Ovis, Mojuba Benino, Chino, Wamzano, no Black, Dennis, Agustin Zono, Mojuba to all of my ancestors, Mojuba to all my elders, Mojuba to my mother, Catherine, Mama Lucille, Mojuba to my father, Robert, and Catherine McCoy, Mojuba to my elders who taught me Ifa, Mojuba, my Baba Ifa, Shola, Bade Popola, Mojuba, Irawo Ifa, Mojuba, Agbola, Jose Rodriguez, Mojuba to Ogundei, Felipe Garcia Jamil. We ask that you all will continue to support and lay hands on what we are doing today. Aji Ogbe, he hears people please and set the please. He hears people please and proof please. He talks people and sugars and talks completely absorbed. He hears people please and sets his name is fine. He hears people please and proof please name should die. He talks people and sugars talks completely absorbed. His name was Shanla. Or Shanla, you the person most one being. Person most one cannot feel some press when strike fogs when some rainfall. Go frogs when some downpours, whatever that can ready. He tells us what this accepts. Whatever the big rock tells us what that accepts. All what I tell you, Father, please accept them and prove them. Oh, to rest it, we show gratitude upon gratitude, all our gratitude, to display benevolence upon benevolence, to be all of our benevolence. Whoever not show gratitude, yes, there's benevolence such a person. Not to the execution, use the decoration to the 401 in Rumela, we're going to make your prayer, how do we shoot you? Use also decoration to Rumela, we're going to make your prayer, how do we shoot you? I'm grateful, I see my Tututi, I'm grateful, yes, they favor. I see today's Tututi, we're very grateful. I share. If I come support us, I share. Awa dupe, awa bure, awa dupe, awa bure, adupe na awa bure tunebo, Olodumare, awa dupe, awa bure, awa dupe, awa bure. Adupe dúpẹ́ àná àwòbúrẹ́ tó níbo orí ẹni àwa dúpẹ́ àwa àbúrẹ́ àwa dúpẹ́ àwa àbúrẹ́ àdúpẹ́ àná àwòbúrẹ́ tó níbo irúnmọlẹ̀ àwa dúpẹ́ àwa àbúrẹ́ àwa dúpẹ́ àwa àbúrẹ́ àdúpẹ́ àná àwòbúrẹ́ tó níbo ẹ̀gún òrìṣà. Olódùmarè and the divinities, we thank you for life, health, food, clothing, and shelter. We ask for forgiveness. Olódùmarè, please forgive us. It was for tutu, pounding down without soup to be very difficult to consume. These were decorations by tutu, the child of our venerable. He's full of bad characters. His bad attitude has prevented him from institute thoughtfulness. No one comes to list on behalf of the tutu. We come to beg on behalf of the tutu. Father, please be patient and overlook this provocation. Those who beg on behalf of the tutu. How many children does Ifa have that he was casting out? Those who beg on behalf of the tutu. Orunmila, all of the divinities, all of the minds, please support us. Please support us. Even in spite of ourselves, forgive us for the things that we may have done wrong or incorrectly. We call on you to continue to ward off death, ward off sickness, ward off cases, controversy, ward off fights, ward off disease, danger, losses, challenges, poverty, ward off all these evil things from us, and bring forth in its place long life, wealth, good health, good children, peace of mind, victory, healing. Bring us success in these challenging times. Olódùmarè, please move my ego out of the way so that we can hear a word from you. We can hear a word of Ifa, a good word of Ifa. We ask that you would support us at this time. Emma kamimene amo, emma kamimene ano, emma kamimene adelokun, etamule tori Ifa lonimi, epara timpanene, eni banami, awon ati Ifa lelejo, ashe. We call on Oshe Aruila, Oshe Tua, to honor these prayers. Oshe Tua. Kekene Bagisa, the attract sharply against the tree, cast it off the rumor, when he was to be by not share from all of the minds. If no one says you wealthy, she'll be wealthy. Kekene Bagisa, in the mouth of an oz, I deep on share, in the mouth of an wolf. If no one says you have joy, she'll live joy. Kekene Bagisa, in the mouth of an oz, I deep on share, in the mouth of an wolf. If no one says you have victory, she'll live victory. Kekene Bagisa, in the mouth of an oz, I deep on share, in the mouth of an wolf. No one says you have joy, she'll live joy. Kekene Bagisa, in the mouth of an oz, I deep on share, in the mouth of an wolf. If no one says you have all the good things of life, you should have all good things of life. Kekene Bagisa, in the mouth of an oz, I deep on share, in the mouth of an wolf. Maybe so, surely shall it be. Oh shit, Torah. Tiny are the feet of Tubu. The stripe of a chameleon is not big enough to be his headgear. Had it been enough to be his headgear, I would have taken it home and adorned my hair with it. These are decorations to Arula. We're going on special mission to Jebulin. We can't look to the money. Can't also make a rich. We can't Arula. Respecting a Jebulin. Oh shit, Arula. Look at our wolf. Shit. Àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi ò, àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi. Bọ́bọ́ tí mo bá màmá wí o, ìrúnmọlẹ̀ ó bà. Ifá ó bà o, àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi. Bí mo dúró tí mo súre, bí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí mo súre, bí mo kúnlẹ̀ tí mo súre. Bí mo jókòó tí mo súre, ire tí mo sùn orí ti bọ́. Orí ẹni làrúrẹ ìyẹni, orí ẹni làrúrẹ ìyẹni. Mọ́júlẹ̀ omi ò fà wá mọ́rí, orí ẹni làrúrẹ ìyẹni. Ṣé bọ̀bọ̀rẹ̀ chásù. Ifá ọba lọ́run àti bàjájú. Ifá ọba lọ́run ó ṣe àrú ìlà Ifá ti bọ́. Olodumare and the divinity, please continue to ward off death, continue to ward off sickness, cases, controversy, ward off fights, litigation, losses, and outright fights from us. Ward off all evil and danger. Bring to us long life, wealth, healing, joy, success. Ifa, help us to find happiness so that we can continue to live out our destiny. Ashe, Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Aboato. Good morning. Ekaro to everyone. We thank you all for joining us today. Once again, I'm Oluo Fakola de Idin Kaifa Temple, and we welcome you. So, today's topic is going to be a very interesting one. Our topic today is the movement of our Father, Orunmila the Leopard. So, today's topic, I want to delve into the aspects of Ifa that we don't often talk about. What I mean by that is many times people talk about uh, animal totems and other spiritual processes and spiritual pursuits, and how those animal totems support that spiritual path and that support the people within it and support the deities. Today, I want to talk about some of those aspects as associated with our deity Orunmila. So, these sacred animals that are associated with Orunmila, I want to talk about why they are associated with Orunmila. There are so many animals, plants, sacred places that are aligned with the Irumole, and each one has its own special meaning and shows us particular lessons about what we can gain in terms of spiritual cultivation, deeper truths, and manifesting the esoteric value of Ifa. Today, I want to discuss two animals particular that are associated with Orunmila. And those animals today, I want to talk about the ant and the leopard. How can we, as Ifa followers, benefit by learning more about the aspects of the ant? How can we, as Ifa followers, benefit more by learning about the aspects of the leopard? How can we use these as metaphorical tools to have much more spiritual elevation, enlightenment, and also assist us in achieving our destiny? How can these animals be like our mascot? As you can see with the banner for Idin Ka, we have the parrot, but the parrot is also turned in a way much like the Akan symbol of the Sankofa bird. And I wanted to do that intentionally because these animals have significance in various Odu Ifa verses. So this is just one example. But these animal aspects are prevalent throughout Ifa and throughout Ifa verses. Let us begin by discussing the ant. In the Odu Ifa, Erete Olota, Ifa says our houses are widely separated from each other. Our routes are not the same. If uh, if I were to, if I, if it were that I would take the same route, or you would take the same route, I would have followed you, and I had accompanied you to your home. This was the Ifa cast for Biala when he planned to become the student of Orunmila. He was advised to offer a bow. The way our father moves is like that of an ant. The movement of our father is like that of an ant. Only those who can follow an ant, those are the ones who can follow Edu. The movement of our father is like that of an ant. When we think about this verse, the key here is Biala was a person who wanted to become a devotee of Orunmila. He wanted to be a Ifa devotee. And he was told that in order to do this, he had to move like an ant. He had to follow behind Orunmila, just like an ant. When we think about this, how does an ant move? When I was staying in Belize, Central America, I remember there's a type of ant called an army ant. And these ants would march literally in a formation. And if there was a house in the way, they would walk up over the house, and you'd see this black line that would march up the house, and they would all stay in formation and march over, and there would be some down the sides of the house, all on the ground, and they'd be walking in a line. If the door was open, they would walk through the door and then find their way out. They would all be in formation. There would not be any obstacle that would get in the ants' way that they would not walk over, go under, walk around. They could not be stopped. They were relentless. But when we analyze that in terms of this, by observing aspects of nature, we can see the truths within various Ifa verses. So, observing nature, observing these army ants, I can see a very deep and powerful truth about Ifa. And that truth is when you follow Orunmila, when you follow Ifa, when you take reign to your destiny and your spiritual path, one thing that we have to do is we have to be patient. We have to be persistent. We cannot allow any obstacle to stop us. And we have to be very calculated in our movements. We've got to check those. We got to check and see those who are following in the same direction. We can't walk with those who are off in another direction. We've got to walk in formation, in alignment with Orunmila, but more so in alignment with our destiny. So when we analyze this more, I want to look at the Odu Ifa Irosun Abola. Ifa says here, Ofere Gege Ofere, Ifa's message for Era, the ant, who will carry a load that is bigger than him. He was advised to offer a bow. He complied. What you are carrying is bigger than you. Ofere Gege Ofere, become light and easy to carry. Ifa, you are the one who will help me carry it. So when we think about this verse is less referencing Orunmila and more so referencing the ant. And the ant here in this verse, we're talking of the person who gets Irosun Abola has a weight that's on them. But when we think about that aspect, don't worry about the weight. Worry about the power to carry it. When we think of this, I remember times when I would see ants, and sometimes you couldn't see the ant because of the big thing that the ant was carrying. You couldn't see that it was an ant. All you saw was maybe big leaves moving on the ground, but not knowing that the force that was actually moving the leaf was an ant. So many of us carry problems so big that people can't see us because they see the problem, much in the way that the ant carries the gigantic leaf or the gigantic branch. But the key here is not necessarily the problem. The problem will eventually go away. The key is, do you have the strength and the power to bear the load? So, what are some of the general qualities of ants? One, ants are relentless. They're very difficult to stop. So, in our Ifa practice, we have to be like the ant. We have to be relentless in our pursuit of Ifa information, Ifa knowledge. When we look at the ant, another attribute is ants are extremely strong. I remember studying martial arts, and one of my teachers would say, as our chant, our war chant, he would say, "Strong as an ant, fast as a roach." And I would always laugh at that. But as I got older, I began to analyze that those aspects, the nature of an ant, is strength. They're very strong. Ants can lift 10 to 50 times their own body weight comfortably. When we think about that, let's give that some perspective. If an ant can lift 10 to 50, 10 to 50, not 15, 10 to 50 times its body weight, if an ant were a human, that would mean that we, just the regular old run of the mill human, could carry 4,000 pounds on our back comfortably. Just, that's power. Ants have powerful jaws. They can literally chew through wood, dig the dirt, and also, ants are some of the fastest insects in the animal kingdom. They're very social. They're very communal. When we think about this as Ifa followers, we have to exhibit a level of tenacity. We cannot give up, yet there may be obstacles in our way. And it is a strength of us to work in community. As Ifa followers, we need community to survive, to thrive, to grow. So we should analyze and exercise that aspect of the ant and be communal. Interestingly enough, ants live, or they can live, a very long time. Um, I did some research, and some of the oldest living ant, queen ants, lived over 30 years. So this is interesting in relation to um, other insects like flies. Sometimes flies might live 24 hours and die. But when you think about this social aspect, this strength aspect, and this ability to live because of sheer tenaciousness, this is a really positive aspect that the ant can teach us as Ifa followers. When we see it in an Ifa verse, we too must be like the ant. So we've ascertained here that the ant is a good example for us as Ifa followers. It exhibits some great tenets that we can use and we also can replicate as people who practice this wonderful tradition. Let's look at the leopard. What qualities does the leopard have that we also can exercise and manifest in our lives? What is a leopard? When we look at the Odu Otor Irete, Ifa says if a young beast adorned itself with the flowing gown of fire, and Amotekun, the leopard, adorned itself with a cloth of blood. If the cat is wearing rags to play in the farm, he too belongs to the class of carnivorous animals. Ifa's message to Ele Jomo, when lamenting his inability to beget a child, her inability to beget a child, she was advised to offer Abo. When she would give birth, she gave birth to Agbe for Oluibo and Aluko for Olu Odan, and also Odidere for Oluiwo Ate, Odidere of Iwo, Oluko of Odan. If you consume the money without paying, don't forget the promise you gave when you received the loan. So this is such an interesting verse. The main thing I'm concerned about here is the use of the name Amotekun and in reference to the leopard. Amotekun is also referred to in in different verses as of an aspect of the leopard or also the cheetah. I've seen it used interchangeably, and I've also seen it used in reference to the the great aspect of the Yoruba nation. The Yoruba people are like Amotekun. When we look at the Odu Osa Ofun, Ifa says the leopard is it that wears complete Agbada dress. What does this mean? When we look at that aspect of the Agbada is a traditional aspect of clothing, but in my opinion, it is regal and majestic. And this is an example of the leopard representing an aspect of being regal, majestic, and respected and feared animal. When we look at the Odu Ifa Oyeku Meji, Ifa says, Pakere pake, the leopard's skin shall be spread at a far distance. This was Ifa's declarations to Aja the dog when he and Ogidan the leopard were after each other. He was advised to offer a bow. Pakere pake, the leopard's skin shall spread at a far distance. This was the Ifa cast for Ogidan when he and Aja were after each other. Excuse me. He was advised to offer a bow. Only Ogidan complied with the advice of the Awo. It is all lies. It is simply a bid to engage in unrealistic gossip. 400 dogs cannot overcome the leopard. It is all lies. So I want to analyze this verse in story form. So with this Ifa, this story is talking about Aja the dog. And Aja was the sworn enemy of Ogidan the leopard. And it got to a degree where the dog wanted to literally kill the leopard. He planned to X him off of the face of the earth. He planned to kill the leopard. So, in order to do this, Aja went to Castifa. He went to Castifa and he spoke to the Babalao. And He said, look, what I want, the Babalaw's name was Pakere Pake. And he said that he wanted to destroy and kill the leopard. And the Awo cast Ifa and told him, well, the abo that you need to do is three roosters and 20 razor blades and feed Eshu. And the dog was very arrogant. The dog was arrogant and also in bad character. What the dog said was, I have 400 friends, 400 comrades. We are going to gang up on the leopard. And he said to himself, why do we need to offer a bow? Why do I need to offer an bow when I got 400 friends, when I got a gang? And we can take this leopard, all 400 of us. And he decided not to offer a bow. He felt like offering a bow in this context would be a waste of money. He thought that the Babalawo was actually trying to cheat him. So he completely ignored Ifa's advice. As the dog went about planning and plotting to destroy the leopard began to hear rumors in the savannah that at some point the dog was going to come and destroy him. So he went to Castifa. He felt his life was threatened. He felt powerless. And as he went for Ifa consultation, the Babalawo told him, you will overcome your enemies. But you need to offer a bow. And the abo here is 3 roosters and 20 razor blades. And you must feed Eshu with a rooster. So the leopard followed the advice of the Babalawo. And when he did this, Eshu Odara sprang into action. Eshu Odara replaced the leopard's fingernails with razor blades. And he told the leopard, you should never be afraid of any other animal. Nothing, no one or nothing should make you afraid. Okay? Do not be afraid. So the leopard went on about his business. And the dog eventually gathered all of his 400 friends for the showdown. And they decided that they were going to sneak up on the leopard while he was sleeping and kill him in his sleep. As they approached the leopard woke up. And Eshu then appeared to the leopard and reminded him, whispering in his ear, do not be afraid. And a bunch of those dogs jumped on the leopard. And Ogidan, the leopard, ripped at least 5 of the dogs to shreds. He ripped them up with his newfound razor sharp claws. And he did it in such a way that the other dogs, the other 395 dogs looked and they took off. They all dispersed. And anytime any dog approached the leopard would rip them to shreds. It got to a point where dogs became extremely afraid of leopards. And they began to avoid even the corpse of the leopard because of the power. So Ifa here is giving us so many things. One, it's not good to conspire to destroy anyone. Two, it is always good to offer a bow. It is not good to approach and cast Ifa and not offer the abo. You will always lose in the end. But it's a beautiful thing that the leopard was able to hear what Ifa said and follow through with the abo. That was the way that he was able to overcome his enemies. And also, one very key issue here in terms of the not only the abo but the leopard was the key of not being afraid. The leopard was able to walk confidently and majestically after offering a bow and being encouraged by Eshu. So these are some interesting and powerful qualities of the leopard. Let us look at Orunmila to see even more. Ifa says, it is impossible to carry Opwele itself. Or excuse me, it is impossible for Opwele to carry itself and throw itself on the ground for consultation. This was Ifa cast for Orunmila when Baba was going on Ifa mission to Ejigbo town, and he took Lenje, his Omawo, along. They were advised to offer a bow of victory and longevity. They complied. Orunmila is the leopard. Human beings are mere dogs. A dog will never snatch a leopard's baby for consumption. This is so powerful. What is Ifa saying here? One very powerful thing, Ifa is saying that Orunmila, Ifa, is the leopard. And those individuals who decide that they take on Orunmila as their father are the children of the leopard. Those individuals who want to come against the leopard, the Amoteku, the Ogidan, those individuals who want to come against the leopard or the children of the leopard are like the dog. So do we get the picture? These are some aspects that we need to represent as Ifa followers. When you see these examples of the leopard, this powerful, majestic beast, as representing Ifa in so many stanzas, but not only stanzas, but iconography, pictures. What Ifa is saying is that we too are like the leopard. Our Ifa is like the leopard. In the Odu Ifa Oturupomeji, Ifa says, the effervescent nature of Igba leaves makes it impossible for them to be used to wrap salt. The nature of Emi leaves confuses those who want to give the leaves out to wrap as salt for salt. These were Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when he was frightened never to go out at night again. Ifa asked, because of what? They responded that it is because of robbers at night. They said that Oka, the cobra, he is a robber at night. And Agbadu, the black snake, he is a robber at night. And Ere, the boa constrictor, he is a robber at night. And even Paramole, the rattlesnake, he is a robber at night. Orunmila was advised to offer a bow. He complied. Orunmila declared that left to him, Ifa is Omira the leopard. And Ikin, holy palm, is Ikoko, the hyena. Nobody dares to stop the head of robbers from going out anytime he likes. Very powerful. Ifa is saying so many things here, but let us begin with the story. In this story, Orunmila lived in an area known as Ado-Ekiti. He made this area his home. He would go to other places, but he would always come back to his home, which was Ado-Ekiti. And as he would leave, he would sometimes be coming back at night. He was very, very, very successful. In many stories, Orunmila even was a king in Ado-Ekiti. So he was very successful in this area of Ekiti state. He made plenty of money. He was very successful there. Very, very, very successful. And as I said before, as he would leave and go, he sometimes had to come back at night and he would have his money on him and he would be traveling many times, moving in the nighttime. At a certain point, there were rumors circulating that there were individuals who wanted to rob him because those robbers felt like, well, Orunmila, he comes out, he's out late, so it's easy to catch him slipping. And so Orunmila began to feel the tension of this. So he also began to feel a level of fear. He went and cast Ifa. And the Babalawo said, yes, the rumors are true. In fact, the individuals who want to rob you late at night, they are the black snake, the cobra, the boa constrictor, and the rattlesnake. These are the ones who want to get you late at night. But then they reminded Orunmila, but Baba, you must understand, Ifa is not like the leopard. Ifa is the leopard. And the Ikin are hyena. What leopard do you know fears a snake? So the Babalawo told Orunmila this. And in telling Orunmila this, he gave Orunmila confidence. Orunmila offered the abo, but bigger than just the abo, Orunmila was given confidence and boldness and told never to be in fear of his enemies again. What is Ifa saying as we kind of bring this sermon to a close? What is Ifa saying in all of these verses, particularly about the leopard? Ifa is saying that the leopard is not only a majestic beast, the leopard is a beast that is feared and respected by so many. When we look at the aspects of the leopard, what are the special attributes of a leopard? One, the leopard has four claws on the paw. And when we look at the Ikin, Ifa, what we should be looking for is four-eyed Ikin, because that represents the leopard. The leopard attacks not only on the ground. The leopard can swim very well, so the leopard can also attack in water. The leopard can climb very well, so the leopard can attack from air. So, what is that saying to us? If we are the children of the leopard, we are protected in the air, on land, and at sea. The leopard can see in the dark. The leopard's eyes are probably better at night than in the day. And even in the day, their eyes are very powerful. The vision of the leopard is like that of a binocular. We, as Ifa followers, when we uh, grasp this energy, this power of the leopard, we want to have forethought. We want to be able to see 10 steps ahead of ourselves so that we can avoid any danger. We can see the opportunity and seize it. Leopards, pound for pound, they are the strongest cat in the animal kingdom. Many times the leopard will carry prey that is many times bigger than it. The leopard can run at least 35 miles per hour. A leopard can jump forward at least 20 feet and leap into the air at least 10 feet. These animals are, there is so, it means so much that in so many spiritual traditions, the leopard has so much significance because of all of these attributes. It is a mystical, majestic animal. So, what does that mean for us? Our Father is the leopard. Ifa is the leopard. Ifa is saying, why should you be afraid of that problem when you have the energy of the leopard that can attack the problem on all levels? Why are you afraid of your enemy when you have the ashe to attack your enemy on all levels and see the enemy before the enemy comes, before the enemy attacks? Why are you afraid when you can move faster, higher, stronger than any problem presented to you? The same way that Orunmila was given that confidence, we too must absorb that and take on that confidence because we are like the leopard. We are as strong as the ant. When we work together, when we connect with Ifa on a deeper, deeper level, on an esoteric level, we too have the qualities of what Ifa is. So, in closing, let us be like the leopard. Let us walk like the ant, and let us move closer and closer to Ifa. Thank you. Thank you all so much for joining us today. I think that this was such a powerful opportunity and a powerful service. I love to really get into newer and deeper aspects of Ifa that challenge me. And I pray that it challenges you to not only see Ifa from one perspective, but to really reach forward, to see Ifa in yourself. So we have a couple of announcements. On May 20th to 28th. And Ado Ekiti State, we will be traveling to do the Odun Ifa, casting of Ifa for Ifa followers for the year. This is such a beautiful opportunity. So, those of you who have the opportunity to go, please do your best to try internationally, nationally, all of that. If you have the opportunity to go, please let's try to go. We will be able to visit the places where many of the children of Orunmila still live, where many of the children of Oshun still live, many of the children of various Irumole still live. And we'll go to the ancient shrines of these Irumole and pay homage and worship. So it will be a very auspicious occasion. Also, we will be casting the Ifa for the year. So it's going to be something really, really powerful. It is my plan to be out there if Olodumare wills. So if you all would like to come along, it's going to be at the end of this month. So we got like maybe 13, 14 days to get to it. But with the grace of God, it can be done. So that is happening. Also, this coming Friday is going to be Conversations with Ifa. So those of you who are interested, please join. I'll be posting all of that information this coming week. And we should be able to get to it. So lastly, those of you who like what we're doing here at Idinkai, if you like what we're doing, if you enjoy, you value the things that we do, I ask you humbly to please like and share on social media, like and share. And also, if you feel so inclined, please donate so that we can continue to bring this information forward and continue to do this good work. So, with that, I thank you. All of the coordinates and information is on the bottom of the screen, and we hope to see you next time. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another installment of Idinkai Ifa Temple, our Ile Juba. Let's end with prayer. Olodumare, we thank you for life, health, strength, food, clothing, and shelter. Orunmila, we thank you. Orunmila is like Ogidan. Orunmila is like Amotekun. Orunmila is like El. Please teach us these qualities so that we too can move like you. We too can be like you. We can have the faith of Orunmila. We can have the confidence of Orunmila. We can have the faith of the leopard. We can have the confidence of the leopard, and we can move like that of an ant. Help us throughout this week. Empower us and help us to be great. Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Aboto. Thank you all so much. We will see you in the coming weeks. God bless you.
Alone for this time, returning to the peace of my mind.